Hey y'all, I forgot I didn't turn on the mic. I'm a good person. Anyways, what I was saying was I got the Outfox, fate done, which means from then until 48 hours from now, the Foxy Lady fate, rare boss fate should show up. Though the key of the matter is, I'll need to keep checking. So we get that jazz. And right now I'm going to torture myself to see if I can get how far on this one. As Gridania continues to make headway along the road to recovery, ever more outsiders shall flock to their gates. They come here in hopes of trading, and Gridania must welcome them if she is to forge stronger bonds with her neighbors and prosper. Make no mistake, Ishnai, busy times lie ahead. Verily, we have just received an order of no more than 2,000 fine quality sprigs of chamomile from Ultra Sand and Uda. Sooner on to harvest them, would you? I jest, of course. A task the skill would require more than 2 hands. If you would be good as to procure, say, 15 sprigs, I would consider it. Just 15? Goodness. Chamomile is known for its fragrant aroma and soothing properties. There's satisfaction to be had in ensuring that the folk from every corner of the realm can sample the delights of this great staple. Would you not agree? Well, I mean, it also helps it relaxes you if you're really stressed, helps you sleep. Chamomile tea is good for sleeping. Also sometimes good for certain upset stomachs, not all. The herb is abundant upper look Losa around Oakwood precise, 15 springs. I also have a few other class quests to do, but I mean they aren't as bad as said by Oakwood, yeah. So I managed to get all my other things to level 30. Yeah. So I came up here always for these two, for the other stuff, but alright. Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna run back. God. Nah. Nah. Okay, my mind even had a blank moment. The ones I want to do, at least, I want to unlock the Viper. I forgot to look up for where the Viper is. And I want to finish the Dark Knight stuff. At least since I'm not level 60. Probably the PG thing too. So Fufu has you harvesting chamomile. Well, as well, does she return here when you have 15 sprigs and at the pile? While you harvest, I shall ponder how the 7 hells I'm supposed to ship them all. Very carefully. 13, 14, 15. Aye. 15 sprigs of chamomile. My thanks, friend. That distinct aroma. There's nothing like chamomile tea to calm the nerves. It's the perfect way to end the day, I reckon. Now all I have to do is wait for your fellow harvesters to bring the rest. Pack a lot and drag it all to the airship landing. I expect it'll earn a cup or two when it's done, though I'd rather suspect it'll be the very last thing I fancy. I don't know if Fufu mentioned it, but this batch is bound for Uda, which will be seen the lords and ladies have developed a taste for chamomile tea. Developed a taste, I say, but it's not like they drink it to impress their neighbors. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if each cup was served on a golden saucer. Yeah, chamomile tea isn't exactly. You have to usually put either sugar in it or have a bit of taste of something else in there too. But there I go, spouting my own prejudices. It's a bad Gridanian habit, I know. Sooner or later I'll have to get rid of it. Don't want to visit Uda to splash hot tea in my face, and Uda to splash hot tea in my face now, do I? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm done torturing this one. What was this one? 30. I have 2 more. Besides this one. I fear we have a situation on our hands. The guild's crop alligator pears have been ravaged by vermin. Oh, good that I got some of that. It's come to naught, but such a way of nature. Alas, our woes do not end there. Received a unusually large order for alligator pears, yeah, from Caroline Canopy. 15. Of course I have less than 15 because I just thought of getting 10. All hopes, the fruit's up. We need to find enough to fulfill the order. 15 to Bruce size. Our men still charged to keeping track of such produce may be harvested in 12 woods. He spends most of his days around bent but meadows at the time. There, he'll know. Pray stick him out. But I already have them! You know what, I'm gonna first go to Quarry Mill. Because fuck him. Mostly doing that as I will probably need more of those later. Alright. Okay, stupid fucker. What do you need? Looking for alligator pears? I heard of the unfortunate tidings, yet all we can do is take it on the chin and cope the best we can. I recommend you search northeast of Quarry Mill. Wild alligator pearls, I'm still gonna call them pearls at this point, will grow there, and we're doing well the last I passed through. Barring pests, they should be ripe for the picking right about now. Oh, and just so you know, the place you're going is no different from any other untamed corner of Twellswood. By which I mean it's full of nasties. Botanists like myself avoid the area if we can help it, but it should be walking a park through a flower garden for an adventurer like you. Now best be on your way, those alligator pearls aren't gonna pick themselves. I already picked them. Didn't need to talk to you about it, but I guess I am. Why am I going back here? I'm just gonna teleport right here. look up real quick. Viper. Okay, Worried Weaver. Okay, I'm running out of room again. No. No, I should take into fact that anything that's level 50 or so, around level 50, I'll most likely have a augmented whatever for. So I should just keep. If there's anything like that that's close to being kind of cool looking, but level around that level should. Clear up space for it. I trust you now know where the alligator pearls are found. I'm calling them pearls, they're pears, but those look like gourds, not pears. Okay, fine. 15 alligator pears, just a nick of time. You've spared us. But, Mother Mion, sorry, lest you understand, Mion is a very reasonable woman, ordinarily. It's just that much rests upon the fruit's availability. Alligator pearls are to form the centerpiece of a new dish of hers, you see. A hearty salad which she has been promoting feverishly to adventurers far and wide. Mion would not have been best pleased that had her plans gone awry, but owing to your efforts she can keep her promise, and we are good at reputation. My profoundest thanks, Ishnai. I trust you've learned a valuable lesson from this episode, namely we must not take nature's bounty for granted. As I taught you when you first came to us, nature is an unsentimental creature. She may provide for us every need one day, only to take it away with it on the morrow. Those who would walk the path of the botany must come to terms with this fact, and the sooner the better. Should your labors prove fruitless, they frequently shall, no amount of brooding will avail you. At such times, one is must remember that for all her seeming cruelty, nature is not her enemy. She simply is. If you would become intimate with her, and partake of her bounty, you must learn to accept her unconditionally. Ishnai, you couldn't come at a better time. A dear old friend of mine has found herself in a predicament and in dire need of a botanist's aid. Normally I would not trouble you with such a request of a personal nature. This task, however, should serve nicely in your training. Yay! A contingent of God's Quiver has just returned victorious from a hard-fought battle with the Ixal, and my culinary friend, Ishnai, has been tasked with overseeing a feast befitting the occasion. Unfortunately, she is suffering from an untimely shortage of a key ingredient. But ask you harvest 20 laurel leaves. Laurel leaves. You know those, what people associate with, the crowns of Roman emperors and winners of the Olympics. Those are laurel leaves. can be found among the vegetation to the northeast of Little Alamigo. Bring them to me for inspection. Head south a little. Let me go, but you're leading me north. Oops. Did not mean to. Forgot that I had it. For everything. Ba, ba, ba. We'll get all of it eventually. After all. We love torturing ourselves, don't we? So I got 2 that last one. Okay, but my mind's who knows where. God. Let's see here. 1920. And nary a withered leaf among the lot. Lenny would be pleased as peas. That is an interesting way of putting it. Speaking of which, Ishnai, do you know why Laurel is so prized by culinarians across the realm? Not only does it boast a most pleasant aroma, deep yet not overpowering, the perfect accent to a savory stew or seasoning a steak, but also known for to stimulate the appetite. I did not know that. Brave men and women of God's quiver feast now, but it's only a matter of time before they're summoned back to the field of battle. Deliver the laurel to Yane, and that she might prepare a feast that will warm their hearts as well as sate their stomachs. Yeah, I actually have to... Hi! Greetings, old friend. Are you perchance the botanist whom Fufu is entrusted my order for Laurel? Well, I can see why Fufu always is singing your praises. I don't know why. These will be among the crispest, most aromatic laurel leaves ever to grace my spice rack. Ixo raiding parties grow more relentless with each passing day. I fear that the day will soon come when we can no longer afford to feast our men as heartily as we do today. Still, Gridania's finest require substance as much as they need their lances and bows. But I am but a simple culinarian. But I will do what I can to support my countrymen, and yet there is only so much I can accomplish on my own. In any event, I am grateful for your aid. Pass along my thanks to Fufu and let her know that I shall be calling upon your services again. Ariana is overjoyed with your delivery. God, really? After just walking back and forth, you heard already? Thanks to you, she'll be able to prepare feasts befitting the triumphant occasion. And truth be told, I take no pleasure in martial victories. Every day we continue to water the soil with blood, and I feel we lose something of what we once were. There was a time when Gridania and Axel alike lived in harmony with nature and with each other. Is there no other way to resolve our differences than lance and bow? Forgive me, Ishnai. I do not mean to burden you with my troubles. Come on. I can do it. I can do it. I believe. What the fuck is mummies? Does that change with whoever you're aligned with? Because Nimi is who I'm aligned with. Good afternoon, Ishnai. Forgive me if I seem a bit pensive. If you know, the thought that our harvests are contributing to the war effort has been weighing heavily on my heart. What truly I wish to be is an agent of peace. But what can a humble botanist do? In the meanwhile, another orders come from Yanni, this time for zucchinis in large quantities. No, I'm afraid our homegrown harvest simply will not suffice. Fortunately, they are said to grow in wild and in abundance in the La Nosa region. Rain Country Gully. Bring them here to me. Travel to harvest 20 zucchinis. Bring them to me. I'm also gonna actually nearby. I swear I will need lemons for something, so I need to find some lemons. If it's not for this quest, it's for a different one. But I think it's only in sunny weather, so I'm probably screwed on that side of things. Curious Gorge. Okay, the bad joke is bad. Not trying to go for the trees though. I'm actually getting that for a different reason, because I'm most likely going to need it for some amount of... Who? Seriously, who? Anyways, hi Banana, how are you? I've never seen The Shining, but I think I know who you're talking about. Did she pass away? Is she sick? What happened? Wendy's the mom, right? Not one of the twin girls or whatever. Just making sure. I mean, there's like 4 characters that are really in The Shining. Is that I've seen images of it. Is the old caretaker dude, the kid, the mom, and then the father. And I guess you could say the bartender, but those are the scenes that I've seen. Oh, and the bloody elevator hall thing. But what happened? La ha ha. Did you leave? Oh well. But yeah, I never seen The Shining, but I've seen a lot of clips from it, the iconic stuff. So I don't know who is Wendy the mother? No clue. What a splendid zucchini! I had no idea such succulent specimens could be found in the wild. Truly testament to the splendor of nature, is it not? The zucchini plant is quite sensitive to humidity. One would never see them grow so large and luscious here in the 12 woods. Furthermore, they are quick to ripen and quicker to rot, meaning the timing is of the essence. And yet a perfectly ripe zucchini is truly a thing of beauty. Sweet enough to savor, it's raw. Its skin retains a pleasantly firm texture even when stewed. I don't mind the taste of zucchini, but the texture of it bothers the fuck out of me, I will admit. Okay, Shelley Duvall died at 75. Oh wow. I suppose Yanni means to prepare a wholesome and hearty feast for our soldiers. I know. I should take pride in serving our nation in this way, but I have troubled you enough. Take your harvest to Yanni with my blessing. Oh, she's not there. Where's she? Over here. I guessed wrong. Fufu assured me that my 20 zucchini were on their way. Might you be the one who took the order? I mean, taking the order relatively states that I wanted to do this. Why, what remarkable zucchini! I've not seen like these in quite some time. At the risk of sounding boastful, I dare say my next batch of ratatouille will be is shaping up to be the tastiest Gridania's ever seen. Ratatouille is a dish that holds a special place in my heart. It's also a very good Pixar movie, one of my favorites. It was the first recipe I learned, you see, taught to me by none other than Fufu's own mother. My father was a traveling merchant, and our family moved often when I was young. I had few friends until we moved here to Gridania, where I befriended Fufu. Hours I would spend by her side as she rooted through her garden. After sunset, we'd go inside, where her mother would whip up a ratatouille that truly warmed both the body and soul. To relive those days. Wait a minute, I have an idea. This is the ratatouille that inspired me to peruse the culinary's path from such a young age. Do take a bowl of Fufu. It seems she could use something to pick up her spirits these days. Thank you for delivering the zucchini to Yanni. I suppose she is already slaving over a hot stove preparing the stew. They'll give our warriors some stamina to fight another. Yeah, what's that? Yanni has something for me? Why, this is my mother's ratatouille. I always knew that Yanni loved the recipe, but I had no idea she'd learned to reproduce it to such a succulent perfection. This brings back the old days. Yes, things were so much simpler then. Now the ratatouille that once warmed our hearts after hours spent frolicking in the garden serves to light a fire in the belly of those who march off to war. Will things never be again as they were? Oh, I don't have to. Yay! Don't torture yourself with that! Okay. Alright. Let's do the punchy one. And then unlock the Viper. What am I doing? Ah! Return of the Holy Fist. Okay, the Viper thing's right next to this too. Okay, cool. Hamon would like request your aid in his training. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did last. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. You are very fucking welcome, sir. Hi, Ragzin! How are you? But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. Nice! Are you in the expansion? I mean, the newest expansion? I know there's a few expansions. Ugh. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll be take it by having another bout with you, Ishnai. Boot up some leveling party. Just roulettes. I've been having hit or misses with roulettes recently, but then again, I feel like some of them are people that have played this game so long but had already had all their characters joined up. Fully so that they have forgotten how dungeons work and it's just horrifying. I've already done all the roulettes before stream. So especially the main scenario one, but thank you for offering. I appreciate, hun. But just as a warning, there are a lot of trolling people in the raid ones, the big raid ones, for the roulettes. So, or at least it just feels like there's a lot of it. And when you meet me outside of Sangoli Desert, a settlement called Forgotten Springs, the place is home to the most luscious Mikote maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take their lovely forms. But yeah, just as a warning, it's like when I was trying to work on my Dark Knight in one of the Alliance raids, the tanks kept on pulling things off of each other when there was no reason to, and causing swipes at the DPS, which definitely wasn't making the healers happy. So and I wouldn't say it was any problem. Yeah. I would say, normally I wouldn't say that's a problem, but for the last 3 days that I've done it, even when I wasn't tanking, it's been happening. And then the tanks are like, oh, I don't know, you're talking about that we're doing this. I'm like sitting here going, I'm looking at half a dead raid. I'm quite sure we know what's happening here. Usually when I play tank, I set out to be, especially like Alliance tanks or whatever, I set out to, or like Trials, is I set out to be a side tank, and then if I need to step up to be a main tank on the matter, I will. But I'm not gonna fight somebody for aggro if it's gonna hurt the rest of the raid. Because at least when you get higher up on there, of course you have to turn on and off your aggro thing, or like throw it off to somebody else, because you'll have some nasty effect on you that means you can't keep being the tank for the moment until it gets off you. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eye can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. Yes, it sounds beautiful. But I remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combination that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where you have you entered, Ishnai? Sparring with you has first got me back in the swing of things. Now next time to finish the job, but before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? I don't need to warm up too. Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't worry, mine is long. I had mine long before I arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. First of all, A, I doubt. B, there's people about to be bathing here, isn't there? Ha, if you don't want to be outdone by an old man, you best run along and give them some more of the same. Sorry, I'm just waiting for, like, the group of girls to come down to, you know, go bathe in the hot springs or regular springs the way. Oh, that's the reason why. So, are you trying to level up one of the newer ones? Or just working on one of the older? Well, might as well not go too far on this one. So might as well do this. I plan on, since on my original account I never actually got my monk all the way to the max level before, I at least want it to be among the reasonable, not one of the last ones that I'm gonna get all the way up. So that's the reason why I'm kind of focusing on it, but not really. But let me real quickly get this hunting thing done. I'm still surprised they didn't at least have somebody like throw rocks at things for us to do a ranged attack with this. I know it's the only one without one, but there we go. There we go. We got that one done. No, so you've seen to the sandworms. Marvelous, now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wigfar, I need more than just endurance. I need to remember how each strike transitions to the next. And you're gonna help me refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back in. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. As someone who's actually had brain damage from brain injury, usually the violence isn't what knocks sense into you. Missing half of that is my mic not catching up all of it. Yes, this pain, I can feel it working. Oh my god! He is a Saiyan. Haha, that's what I call growing pains. You're... sure, whatever you say, sir. He's literally leveling himself up every time. Oh, wow! Can we pick him up so he doesn't drown? Can I level up that quick in this game, please? Just have to be defeated a few times. Yeah, but, am I to finish this? Nothing if not persistent. I noticed. I repeat, he's drowning! Pick him up! Oh, he got himself up. Oh, I got it! As the river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes! Thank you, Ishnai. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything! Master! It's... What did I say, Dickless? Yeah, I called him Dickless, the man from back in Uda. He's demanding you fight him now. So it begins. Very well. I will go and settle the score with Dickless. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist is returned! Has it returned? Who knows? Who knows? At all. Timing, words. Let's see. Slide this up. Does that feel like it's loud enough? I don't want to overdo it. Teleport. Alright. Nope. Alright. Oh, wrong way. Hey, it was going this... We'll also unlock the Viper. I didn't think that it'd be actually inside the... Haha, I didn't expect you to come so soon at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd no sooner have to hurt ye. Just give up now and we can put an end to this murmur's false, and you can live out the rest of your days in peace. Only a murmur's false I see here. see as a man's trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away and you won't get hurt. They say Harmon Holyfist is gonna perform his legendary technique. Right here in the avenue? Is it safe? Haha, I see age has robbed you of ye wits along with ye strength. If you're no so eager for pain, who am I to deny it? Just remember there, ain't no going back once the head starts flying. Wahahaha! You like old times, eh? Dickless? He's gonna cheat. Did you see that? I'm sure as hell didn't. He was too fast. No, this cannot be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile fool, but if you're the same age, you're both senile to some degree, you know, and old, and What in Hunter x Hunter is this? Good, Riku. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. No, Pluto is at the Plutarium. The abyss. I mean, not the abyss, the darkness thing. Just a draft of it and your body turns as hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn old bugger. I mean, the thing is, blades, we're trying to punch you. We're not trying to blade you. Riku, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Wahaha, say your prayers, whatever guts you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Joke's on you. My mom doesn't recognize me. I'm joking. Or am I? She does. Man's gone mad. I mean, you say that and you still stand in the middle of being hit by him, so I mean, that sounds like a you fucking problem. Bloody hell, it's a maiming own, we noticed. Yeah, it's us that he wants to fight, but I mean, I'm not gonna get much against the Warrior of Light here. You did it, Master Haman! You won! In the rain, Master. No. Sora, we won. This factory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs! That was incredible! You wiped the avenue with those crooks! I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let us all go home. To the guild. And I don't follow behind them for some strange reason. Debate. And while I'm here, get the gladiator one over with, so at least up to being a paladin. I want to thank you again, Ishnai. Because of you, I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps more importantly, Riku has come to his senses, and Sora's back to her bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. We'll have no more to do with the Alcrun, and I'll roam the lands till I find myself and strive to become the greatest punchy like you. You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? But I don't suppose there's anything I could say that will change your mind. But if you ever want for company or sparring partner, know you'll always welcome here. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind you'll do us proud. As for you, Ishnai, your combinations were slight to behold, and right painful to receive. Good? And helping me with my training, you've become as into your own as a punchy. You have grown strong, Ishnai, but your journey as a punchy is far from over. Even though I won't have to use the word punchy when we finally become a monk anyway, so this joke will only go on for 30 more minutes, give or take. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many more and more trials, the tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I am living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgot. I mean, I am Warrior of Light, so I've already kind of done that, but okay. More shit in my inventory that I don't need. I was keeping Lockhart for a reason. Alright. Looking for a willing punchy. Tell me, do you know of Professor Eric? He's a scholar of Eorzine military history, who's a genius second to none, and he is among our most valued clients. Some find him a bit verbose, tedious, haughty. Do you need me to get out of the thesaurus more? But never mind all that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see in a lifetime. Hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts kept man away. Less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Not always. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we'll be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed. Much less the interest. Does he actually pay us back? Oh, it'll be a terrible loss for the academic community and so on and so forth. Yes. The point is, he must needs be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety, but it turns out the bloody oaf has no worth about him. Just like an fucking racist. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so it's demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Ishnai. The professor is awaiting his new escort as we speak, so I'd like it to be you. You are yet a meek punchy. Perhaps this task will provide some insight into what monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild. You'll there seek out good Professor Eric. The professor claims he'll pay his debt and fees for protection once his research is complete. See to our investment doesn't end up under the paw or maw of some nasty beast. Brother from another mother. I mean, you just call him my brother. But hey. Who's being picky here? Me. I am. If I feel like somebody's a brother and is like close enough to family to being like a family brother, then he's a brother. I don't have to say from another mother because everybody understands that point. Ah, my punch-prone maid servant, I I'm out! I'm out! Maid servant. Bitch! I'm your bodyguard. Don't call me a maid servant. You're to guard my life even at the cost of your own. No. No, that's not how that works. Even at the cost of your own, aid in my revolutionary research, whenever and however asked. No. I know my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your mind a simple romantic images of vast plains and open fields with armies charging blindly at one another false. Look, I've actually been in fucking battles as my character, so none of that romanticism was particularly happening in my mind. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands of those sung in the songs of bards. No, I don't, because I've been to them. I have liberated. False, they are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid my work. No. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All the... None? Gods, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you'd actually make efforts to remain so. It matters not. The letters, and by which I care about, are none of which you do, so fuck off. I require only that you work in diligence, unlike that with our Jelt buffoon. The man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool is too busy opening his chakra or whatever it is those Barbarians do all day. Being that I'm a member of the Goldsmithing Guild, how much will I have to pay or be fined for punching the living shit out of this man? I'm willing to work with you on, you know, what kind of jobs I have to do to pay back the blood stains and the stuff. I admit he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 knows where and is yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Don't care. Don't care. Good, good. You show that much promise at least. But let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Shield excavation site in central then. I believe the events of great import of history of transpired there. Surely if you have ears, you have heard of then. Or are you deaf as well as dumb? Did you see my ears? God, this is gonna be another Dr. Ratio, except I feel like it's gonna be worse. Very well, I see you require some instruction. It would be reminiscent of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Tia was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lalawefu's demise, or the King of Springs, as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, Babel, foremost unrest among the people of Babel, resulting in violent outbursts throughout the kingdom. She was Sultan at the time. Distant descent attack was ordered. So ironies, had not been for that horse Babel. Horses exist? I thought there was only chocobos. There are horses in this? Like, horses, not... No, there are. Okay, sorry. Had a moment where the mount is a horse that I have. But, I mean, fascinating. But why do we use chocobos if nobody uses... Which one do they use more of? Fascinating, not? Is enough convinced when things cannot happen the other way? No. False. Here I am having this conversation about something else that he brought up and not caring about anything he's saying. One among the colleagues disagrees with this interpretation of events. He claims to have evidence that suggests otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you're not the brightest coal in the razor, but surely such a prospect entices even you. If I was a smart coal, I wouldn't be in the brazier at all. Cool. So we make for the sea excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel the way before me to see it's safe, and then set up this atherometer. And should you care to know more of Eorzean military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to get the dillards of this realm to some modicum of enlightenment. He is a fucking Dr. Ratio, except not as hot. And feels more like an asshole than even Dr. Ratio. This is gonna be a good episode. Oh, an honest inquiry? That's a wonderful moment when an ignorant curiosity overcomes pride. Right then, let's begin. History. I need hardly mention that the civilization is now dead. It was plunged into chaos in the wake of tax increase. Despite economic reforms, tax increase imposed on several subjects. Coupled with prolonged sequence. See, I could have the whole thing right here. You didn't have to make a joke. Well, it was part of the joke. 4 minute unrest among the people, and then time sparked violent unrest throughout the kingdom. Want for water. Uda felt the effects. Sultan at the time. Sasugan, so Sisugan, but Uganan, but you perhaps the ill name. The current Sultan's Namo represents the second ill dynasty. She is Sasugan's distant descendant. Where was I? Ordered an attack on Shildas to claim the water resources discovered as a result of Lala's flood control acts. But the royalty and nobility of Silla would not remain idle. They mobilized their nation in the face of this crisis, and the people fought with great tenacity against the Udan threat. The full strength of both nations meant battle, and the end result was an arduous, protracted conflict. Though arguably most desired surrender, the ruling Shila took little pleasure in having succeeded in uniting, and therefore querulous citizenry fight. Despite all they accomplished, every day spent waging war dragged the nation's financial affairs, which you recall only just been brought under control, back in the mire. To bring an end to the military deadlock, she had devised and set about implementing a perverse yet ambitious strategy. Sought to zombify the deceased among his armies so that they might fight again. That was stupid. At first it appeared to have worked. Sorry, just that entire... Fuck. Just that entire thing. Yet at the height of hostilities, they lost control over their necrotic creations. The undead turned to the masters, and before long the zombification spread to the majority of the population. Oh really? Ever knowing an opportunity when they saw one, the Udans used this to justify the war, now proclaiming a crusade to send these zombies to Thal. After seeing to this extermination of all zombies outside the city, they sealed the gates of Sodal, entrapping both living and dead within. And that is a brief full history. Okay, cool. I'm having a moment. Gates of no. Whee! Whee! Weren't these the ducks that we ran out of? I mean, it is a water source. It is a water source. The sewage water source, but I mean... That might have destroyed this area. Well done. Well... Let's say, Minfilia did, but... Now we need to wait for an Aether to gauge, then, hum. Hi. There are fiends about Ishnai. Oh, really? They're often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. I mean, I could understand death, but I'm quite sure there hasn't been much blood here for a bit. Is there a big bad one about the shop? Why, look at that! Me! Correct about anything! Nobody else needs to show up. I'm fine. Gonna be defeated in a cutscene. That sidekick, though. Hi. Can I not? What? No. I have unlocked something. For Widzar Gelt? I'm just going to Gelt. Look, so good you drag yourself all this way, you blood sluggard. Ah, in Ishnai, you have far succeeded what was adamantly low expectations I had of you. I can still drown you in the water. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny this realm's unread the comfort of another's company. Do you need your fingernails? Gelt? Ishnai Gelt. The monk I spoke of that sent, to me by Gagaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Gelt as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive belief in witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Why would it be considered primitive when all the other shit kind of things we have around here? Oh, truly? This is the area where there have been sightings of the Walking Dead? I have heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing a garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? I mean, I guess. I just go through shit like this every day here, so I don't know what was awoken. I mean, I do, but I mean, my character probably doesn't. Don't be frightened. Here was a battle, long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that was shown from you. This is also the location where Fridlia died. So, is that some of hers? As Eric said, Gelt is my name. I am a brotherhood of the monkhood. My order is Fist of the Rhaegar. The way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened and the life force within controlled. Chakra lives in all that lives, in all beings. Not all beings can open them. Much training is needed. A great discipline. With these, the life force can be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's paths. So I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then with the order's leave. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, so you are worthy. Many bore the crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath, their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memory enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That's why we monks seek such lands. Oi! Sorry, I'm checking timing around something. Seeks the lands for his reasons of his own. Fate favors you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow even more. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, sister, the aether meter. Gather it and bring it back to the goldsmith guild. Pick up shiny. Since the professor couldn't fucking do it himself. Oh, he's an old man. I am lazy. Okay, we're gonna run over to... Like I said, check to see if the Foxy Lady is up. You brought the thermometer. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now let's see what discoveries await. Gelt passed along a soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monkhood by the bone-headed clot, were you? Well, I suppose it's the best thing that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see it that you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measuring. I dare say the land which I tend to send you is fraught with dangers. You'd best tread the monk's path quickly if you're mean to defend yourself. Me and yourself and me besides. Hmm. 35. Woo! Alright. Teleport. I'm gonna do it. And then we'll go get the Viper after we check this. Kinda, like I said, it sucks that it's sometime in 48 hours, but I mean, it is a special. And if worse comes to worse, I can keep farming the outfoxed one to get the kit. So the two locations are not that much. I managed to, right before stream, get the outfoxed thing done. So I'll be every once in a while checking in to see if Foxy Lady shows up. For the next 48 hours. Because, and what I said a moment ago was, if worse comes to worse, I can just keep farming the outfoxed one to get enough fragments. Or there's a different ability, but right over there is one of the locations it can appear in. Here's the other. The final one's right over here. Oh, no. Outfox is the one that allows the timer to start for the next 48 hours. That. The lady will appear. Foxy Lady. So... But the one before that, the outfoxed one, I can do a few times to get the fragment if I am very unlucky on trying to get her in the next 48 hours, which is me to do these, that quest and another quest. But it can only appear every 2 hours. It's just a fun try and figure stuff out. Alright, we are going to the firmament to... I have the, whatchamacallit, the place you, the F-A-L-O-O-P exclamation point up. And that's the only reason why I know what the fuck I'm talking about. the description of why everything happened the way it is, so I'm just... Because I would be confused as fuck also. Oh, I was gonna also get the Viper one. God damn it. I am... Hey, ADHD, how are you doing? Wonderful. Since I'm here. Go ahead and get this done. Yes, crafting. Well, I managed to torture myself enough to finish up into where the botany one ends for me right now, so... Yeah, they are. It's just maddening just having to sit here and read it loud because the storyline isn't particularly interesting. I've yet to remember what— oh, I call you Squall. I've been thinking, Ishnai. Oh no. The Paja likened Relay's spiritual presence to that of a Dravican, hence why you suggested she had partaked of dragon blood. Regardless of the cause, if she does hold some affinity with dragons, she'll never be safe here in Ishgard. If being the operative word, of course. We need to know for certain, which means we must parley with a Dravian. Oh really? I have quite a few! It'll be not easy, I realize. The Dravians weren't want to entertain outsiders, especially ones hailing from Ishgard. Well, I might have, you know, ended the war, but the quest is pretending that we have not. Oh, it is? Oh, you have spoken with their leaders? Beg your pardon, I did not think you would so readily admit it. Well, well, pray lead the way, Ishnai. Ever since you joined us, we visit so many new places. I'm sure Frey would have enjoyed it too. Frey's kind of been there with me. I pray this Ofnir can give us the answers we seek. I think the only reason why I can say Ofnir right correctly is because Thor. So, with that being said, still can't say the hammer. 10 times out of 11 can't say it correctly. Never seen a dragon up close before. They're so big. This one's about medium at best. She's rather large, isn't she? Good thing that they don't find that kind of stuff offensive. Thou keepest curious company, mortal. Yes. I see. Though I trust in thy words, thy companions are unknown to me. A token, then, for them to declare their intent. Yeah, large. I would have them gather up Gon Alm in the Avonian Fallen and bring it to me. But the beasts which drawn by their— but beware the beasts that are drawn by their fragrance. So dragons like flowers, just like we do. Right then, gathering flowers for a dragon. No point in questioning it. Riel and I will search the lands north of here. You can take the south. Thou must prepare an offering. Only then shall we speak of other things. I love that he's like, gathering flowers for dragons. Oh, not gonna question it. Bet Frey would have had a nice choice amount of words for it. Woo, fly. So slow. Oh. Bothered bees. Oh, good that this isn't real life, because, you know, this would kill me. Okay, so that does work. Oh yeah. And I will be lazy and teleport straight here! Such fragile fleeting creations. Bring them close, mortals, that I might breathe deep their essence. Calming tree. That which passed into death liveth in memory. One prepareth now for the journey. Bid farewell to her in morn, and find the answer thou seeks. Let me linger a while longer, hunter. Soon my soul shall take wing. I shall miss this. Ofnir bade you come to me? His scent entwined. Ah, I see now. We seek no quarrel, O Ancient One, only answers. Come forward, child. There you are, my beloved. How long has it been since we soared through the mists? What do you say? Silence, Dark One. He liveth on in you, child. The blood of my beloved floweth strong in thy veins. Yet it mingled as it is. 'Twas not thee who partook of his essence. Were it not so, thou would have been overcome. Thy progenitors drank deep to spur their own becoming. Then it's true. And the knights knew? They will never stop. They cannot. Even if we flee Ishgard. If we could but harness the abyss. Thou speakest strange, Dark One. What dost thou seek? Shrouded in thy rancor, thou standeth apart from thy charge. The folly of youth, even tiny beings who frolic in the midst of Somal know a better way. What? Who? No more, Dark One, no more. Farewell, child. Fly free. For us. Goodbye, and thank you. There's not more for us here to Ishgard. Thought it wasn't safe! Why are we going back? Why? Leave me to slumber, Dark One. My beloved singeth to me. By the way, how's my mic? anything else to say? Thou hast conquered the shade, warrior of warriors. I praise thee for thine efforts. Yet though he did plunge a lance into my back, I take no joy in Nidhogg's defeat. He was a worm of the first brood, and one by one their irreplaceable number doth dwindle. We must make certain of this peace between our kinds, lest the rivers of blood shed by either side stain the ground in vain. This changes nothing. I swore an oath to protect her, and I mean to uphold it no matter the cost. So these are the knights who will defy the will of Helone? She's found us. My lady sure knows she would find few friends here. Blessed are we who abide her grace, for we shall never be forsaken. One day I, Yestride de shall walk in her halls, and you shall answer for your deeds. Will you stand before her and claim you are righteous? Yes, because I defeated everybody who came in my path. That was just to take so many lives in defense of that abomination. Repent of your sins and surrender it to me. The Fury may yet spare your souls. So yours is a righteous cause? To get a girl to death for her parents' deed? Is this the will of Helone? Yes. Yes, it is. Well, at least she's not hiding it. If you will not see reason, even with the full knowledge of facts, then I will make you a final offer. Submit a trial by combat. Oh, cool. I've done this before. Survive and you may go in peace. Fall and it is mine. Refuse and I will put this tavern to the torch and have the heads of every woman and child here. That is what we know. Anyone who dares harbor you will suffer the same, here or elsewhere. I swear to you. Would that we could settle this here and now, but I wager your men at the door will take offense. As you wish, my lady. You shall have your trial. I'll send a messenger with details. Mother, wait. The fuck? I should have had them cut out your tongue. I actually shouldn't be surprised. Rael? What the hell? Something hell's going on? She told them to take me. She said I wasn't hers, that I was... Oh yeah, because they're not supposed to get married or something, those that are in that side of work? The same way with Sir Aomek? Why didn't you tell me this was all your mother's doing? I bled for you. Frank died for you. We had a right to know. I didn't mean to, for... God damn it! Leave us, Ishnai. I need time to think. Oh, they aren't supposed to marry, but they have bastard children. Obviously. That are kept quiet. Dark side stirs! The presence of pain. Ooh, raw! I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for anyone for Freyda. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe angering the fact she didn't tell you, but it's not... That being her mother changes nothing when it comes down to it. Oh, wait one second. Had a thought. No, we made an oath to protect the child, so no, not kill the child. It took considerable effort, but I'm at last learning the whole truth. Attend me, Ishnai. You have a right to know. For countless generations, the sons and daughters of the House of Kalhaha have pledged themselves to this church, so devoted to the faith they are. Many rose to positions of great prominence within the clergy, and for a time, Countess Ishnai de Kalhaha was poised to do the same, and when she and her husband celebrated the birth of their firstborn, the futures of the house seemed brighter than ever. That is, until years later, when the Inquisitors came. Information gleaned during interrogation had implicated her husband as a heretic. Yeah, it's why should I try? When the Countess confronted him with these allegations, he brought a vial to his lips and completed his transformation, one he proudly declared was decades in the making. The Temple Knights slew him as he tried to rip out her throat. Afterwards, she had Riel locked away in the deepest cell she could find. Madness. What monster thinks to find absolution in her daughter's death? You mustn't go. She'll kill you. Look, she's not even somebody that I will bother. Well, some people won't bother learning their last name and how to say it correctly, so I'm just going to go with She'll kill us anyway if we don't. I know what I'm doing, Rochelle. I have a plan. Ishnai, I recall you the dragons would when we told her of our dark arts. She said that they were tiny beings who knew a better way. If they teach us how to harness the abyss, mayhap we can stand against Lady Ystride, and her minions. Unfortunately, I haven't the foggiest idea as who these tiny beings might be. Moogles. They are horrifying. Come and meet them! Right then, this is gonna be glorious. This is gonna be glorious! She'll make inquiries if you ought to uncover interest. I mean, I'm not giddy with excitement. I have a few quests I need to jump around in that area to unlock flying too. No! Come on! Get to do the Moogle voice and everything! Hi, Moggy! Well, if it isn't one of the visitors from below. I mean, I'm not exactly new, but okay. Are you searching for something? If so, just ask. I pride myself on being the second most well-informed Moogle here, Koopa! Okay, my voice. I'm gonna do the Koopa voice better. My, that's a rather grim way of living, isn't it? Can't say I've ever heard of knights so infatuated with darkness. However, I think I might know why she bade you visit us. Go ahead and fetch your friends. We have an awful lot to talk about, Koopa! Welcome to Bog Home, Koopa! The little one must be Rochelle, which makes the big ones, squall, right? Yes, I presume you're one of the tiny beings whom this dragon spoke. Rochelle, say something to the Moogle. Rochelle? Rochelle! I'm sick of this charade. You tell me to talk, but then you refuse to listen. You tell me you're doing this for me, but then you go on about the darkness and the abyss. Am I supposed to be grateful when you come back covered in blood? When I put you back together so you can do it again? You drag me halfway across the world so you can discover a new way to kill yourself. And you tell me it's for my sake? Why are we here, Squall? Tell me the real reason. Rochelle, of course it's for your sake. Well, you've certainly had a lot of practice saying it, haven't you? I'm sure the next fair maiden will appreciate it. What are you saying? It's not like that, Rochelle. And you, say something, damn you! I got nothing. I'm beginning to understand this whole darkness concept, Koopo. Harnessing the power of your emotions or some such, yeah? I'm reminded of an ancient legend about a Moogle named Mog. Rather simple name, I know. But those were simpler times, Koopo. Anyways, Mog had a penchant for dancing and... Wait. What does dancing have to do with the arts? Everything. Oh, I was joking, but apparently that's the answer. Everything, Kupo! Everything! The point is, your master was absolutely right when he told you to submit to the flame. You'll never figure out what he meant by it. You just never figured out what he meant by it. But it's better late than never, Kupo! Master Moggy will show you the way. First, you two Dark Knights will need to pull 4 sprigs of palmwort each. Hop to it, Kupo! I fail to see what purpose this serves, but fine. You'll have your precious palmwort. Oh, and Rochelle can stay here with us while you're away. And we'll have girl talk and talk all bad about, you know, all these big bad brutes here. You know, Ishnai and Squall over here, always dragging us around and, you know, not listening to what we want to say. And then, like, causing themselves more problems because they're not listening. And, causing us problems because we're worried about them all the time. Look after him, will you? No one will harness the darkness or abyss or whatever unless you bring plenty of palmwort first, Kupo. I don't think moogles have a gender. I'm just saying girl talk like what people think girl talk is, no matter what the gender is of the people doing it. It's just general thought process of girl talk. So they're fairies. I'm quite sure there's no gender there. Or whatever their gender norms are, I mean, sometimes, other times it's just giggling about stupid stuff. Alright, let's do it. Strength is pain, strength is suffering, strength is sacrifice. God sod this! But it's suffering, hun. It's suffering! Are you suffering enough trying to find these? So, technically they didn't give us a definition of what palmwort is. But girl talk technically is just anything you do together with friends that's kind of relaxing and more zen-like, that you can talk more than you do other things. And it's a bit gossipy to some degree. But it's more of a you're venting gossipy. At least it was with when I had girl talks. It was they could see one of us was frustrated about something and more or less to converse with each other to calm down. It can be inane bullshit just to talk about, but it's more just to calm yourself down. There you are, darkest
Darkest dark of the dark. Have you run my palm worth? I'm not doing. Very, very nice, Koopo. That must have kept you busy for a while. For your next trial, you must call handy Tolans, Koopo. Rather, a lot of them have been sighted on the road to Asha. If you wait there long enough, they're sure to show up, Koopo.
You're doing... Hey, you're having me do all your chores, aren't you?
Rochelle? Oh, you don't need to worry about her. She's off playing with some friends of mine, Koopo. Let's focus on the trial. Wait for me, Asha, when you're finished.
My character should know fucking better by now. Damn it. I have 3 quests I need to do. I'll have one that I can turn in now. I just need to figure out what the other 2. Waiting. Wasn't palmwort supposed to be used for, the alchemy guy? The alchemy moogle guy to make his palm better looking? Bedazzled. Is this like we've actually... poor baby dolls have put a bunch of glitter on them? Or bedazzled like they're, dizzy. One of the first quests we had to do, run around, you know, for things while they fix the goddamn trumpet. To summon the dragon was to pick up a bunch of stuff for a guy where he offhandedly said that it was for his pom-pom. Is that someone from the road below? How do you get past the Archosaurus infesting the road? What, Moxie asked you to— this is an earlier quest that I finally finished. The roadkill one. Asked you to slay them for him? That's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. We've barely been able to venture outside of Asha for fear of being attacked. Now thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer, Koopo. Okay, got that one. I'm just grabbing them. I don't think tonight I'm gonna go around and get the Moogle. Tribe quest done. What about Moogles ever sounds appropriate when put into certain context? What in the hells are we doing, Ishnai? What could the Moogles possibly know about mastering the dark arts? Wahaha! Foolish fuzz! Right then, what's this all? Unmoving. Okay.
Well, you two were busy gathering palmwort and slaying Tulans. We kidnapped Rochelle, Koopo. Mwahahahaha! Oh yes, Koopo! We've had so much fun playing together. So much fun indeed, Koopo. So much fun we thought we might keep her here forever. Mwahahahaha! Let
mean, she'll be safe from the people at Ishgard. You wouldn't dare.
If you don't believe us, go and look! You'll never find her, Kupo! Not in a million years! Mwahaha! She's ours, Kupo! You'll never see her again! Mwahaha!
You furry little shites. Give her back to me now, or I swear I'll kill every last one of you and burn your village to cinder. Boyo! You know that they...
You miss your Rochelle too bad. She's our Rochelle now, Kubo.
I'm gonna rip that palm off your head and shove it down your goddamn throat. Sweeties, sweeties, sweeties. Children, children! Oh my god.
Oh my, that's more than I can. Our turn, Kubo!
Give her back to me, give her back!
You don't get it, do you, Kupo? She's gone forever. Forever, forever. Bit much if you ask me, Kupo. Doesn't matter how hard you fight, Kupo, you'll never see her again. I think he is. Are you gonna cry, Kupo? Go on there, cry for me, Kupo. I think he is, Kupo. Look.
Ah, damn you! The holy fuck boil.
Oh, it better be worth it.
Hurting her, die.
Keep crying, Kupo. Keep crying. Ouch. You can really hurt someone carrying on like that, Kupo.
That's the bloody point! Now tell me where she is if you want to live. Hi,
Wait!
Hi, Lundwolf, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He's sleeping. The rogue is sleeping.
Why do you want her back? Why do you want her back so badly, Kupo?
What kind of question is that? You kidnapped her.
But you don't seem to like having her around that much anyway, right? She's just a burden to you. So why do you care what happens to her?
I swore an oath to protect her. That's what we Dark Knights do.
You think that'll give you enough strength to protect her? Duty and honor? I'll tell you what you need, Kupo.
Dance. We're gonna have dance. We're gonna have dance. We're gonna have dance.
Whence comes to strength to defend the weak? Is it honor? Is it justice? How bland?
I don't know what song we're doing it.
Could it be darkness aboard a flight? A flame burning of another? How grand!
The dancing moogles.
Tis love, all powerful shining love.
Power friendship. Were you really expecting anything different? Rather blunt, I admit, but subtlety doesn't seem to be your strong suit. Oh, wait. Moggy. This is Moggy speaking.
Rather blunt, I'll admit, but subtlety doesn't seem to be your strong suit, Kupo! Also, she mad.
Rochelle!
Well, here we are. Go on, Rochelle. Say your piece.
I know you and Frey are we're trying to do right by your master. That he came to my defense because you believed that's what he would have wanted. And I know you only did that because you believed it would make you stronger. All because you truly care about is killing more temple knights. Seeing how you look at them, how you curse them under your breath, how you relish every opportunity to cut them down. Don't tell me that it's been for me. Don't tell me that Frey died for me. Everything I've done for my mother and my father, for my master, and yes, most of all, for me. I haven't been honest with you, nor with myself, and for that I am sorry. I will stand for you in this coming trial, but after, what happens after will be of your decision. Good. That's a promise. The moogles are... Sorry, the moogles are over there like... Crowded. So a lot of people around you are just having to spend time in a crowd now that you're out. For what it's worth, I'm sorry it had to come to this. Furry little bastards had us fooled, eh? No, they didn't. Shame their wisdom is bollocks. I mean, really now, love? Is that what you need to harness the abyss? Yes. Family cause. Oh. I understand that. No privacy. Time. Yikes. So there's something to be said for caring deeply for your charge, but no. No, I will not give these cretins even a sliver of credit. This is an utter waste of time, and that's that. Still, I am glad to come to an understanding, Rochelle. We shall return to Ishgard. The hour of the trial is close. Come, Rochelle. No. Hydrate. Oh, it's not Viper I'm going for, it's the other one, Reaper. No, it's also in steps of though. Okay. Hydrate, 1 second. Nothing like Koopa voice ruining, Moogle Koopa voice ruining my voice. It needed to be said. Yes, it did. I was about Rochelle's age when I came to Ishgard. My parents, they said we would find a better life here. When the Temple Knights we had shown mercy returned, they let us choose the order in which we would die. That would be their mercy to us, they declared. I watched my parents kneel in the dirt. Look away, they said, but I could not. At last, when it was my turn, I knelt to prepare to follow them into death. I closed my eyes, but when I opened them, a man in black stood before me, hand outstretched, and so I took it. Defend the meek, punish the wicked. Mayhap it was all a convenient excuse to indulge in vengeance. She deserves better than me, but there is no one else. One more battle, Ishnai. Let's see it done. Mayhap in this final battle I can serve as my master intended. It's not like I don't appreciate their help, but they really had no idea what they were singing about, did they? I mean, they have love for things, yes. Do they understand romantic love? Or companion love? I don't understand that. Family love? There's a question there, too. But they do love. They just... I guess. It seems, Countess Ystryd's missive arrived while you're away. Within the time that I, like, stood here and tried to explain how moogles understand the concept of love. Cool, that was a fucking ninja missive. We were to meet her in the Western Highlands, away from prying eyes. She has gone to great lengths to conceal her husband's deeds, and so it comes to no surprise she would prefer to settle this in secret. I mean, I could go get Ciarfox. I'm quite sure he'd be more than willing to make sure that nothing happens, but I mean... And the truth gets out. Ishnai, I don't know what's waiting for us there. Me murdering her. That's what... Not Rochelle, her mother. And too bad it won't be slow. But if all it comes to me, keep Rochelle safe. Right then. I believe she wanted a word with you before we left. We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Ishnai. I want you to know I'm truly grateful for the time we shared. You, Squall, and Frey taught me so much about the world, about what it means to fight for another, and what it means to fight for yourself. We're gonna finish this together, the three of us. Not else to say, really. To twin pools, then. Let us not keep the Countess waiting. I'm ready to see her. Best not neglect your preparations. I doubt the Temple Knights will let us come back for supplies. Quite sure they will. I'm quite sure... Quite sure they'll allow it. If anything else, I can eat. And like I said, I can't absolutely totally not pull the Ciarfox card on it on people. All the way up there. You know, it might have been easier. If I did tail feathers and worked my way down. We'll make it through adventure. Eventually. Yes, thinking is hard, especially when I'm supposed to be streaming and thinking a lot. Probably when I get this done, I'm gonna grab some more drink. Not alcohol as a drink that I could, but I'm just talking about my water's getting pretty low. I figure that's a good pausing point after we finish this. Wonder how many men will she bring to kill the abomination? Not enough. Seems so early. Well, not as though I have pressing business back elsewhere. Enjoy a moment's respite with me, Ishnai. You came, a wise decision. You have his eyes, his nose, his lips. Every time I look at you, I see more and more of him, and it sickens me. That seems like a you problem. Michelle is not her father. You have no right to punish her for what he did. Who are you to stand in judgment of me? I have every right. Just as I have... If you have every right, that means it's reciprocal and I have every right to judge you just as much. I bore that monster into this world, and by the Fury I shall send it back to the 7th hell. So if you're so bloody fond of it, you can follow it there. It's just us now, no one else. Remember phrase conjury. Protect us, and we'll protect you. Right then. Like I said, she has brought not enough. That's how this is. She has not brought enough. Alon's telling you to fuck off. Like how Lon would kill her own daughter, child. I don't remember all the these gods. Forgive me, my sins, for laying down with your enemies. What's not your enemy? Cleanse the soul of this saint. Yeah. Don't care. Absolutely fucking don't care, woman. Rarg! I know that was pathetic. Rarg! There, better? Damn you! Get out of my way! Why? Why? Why do you care so much of what happens to it? You're not the first person to ask me that. Once you might have understood. For everything that you are and that you have done, you are still her mother. Go, we shall not meet again. Oh, but we will. We will, knight. I promise you that. I will follow you to the ends of the earth, worlds if I must. So long as it lives, I must. Don't you see, fool? The fury wills it! The fury wills it! Yeah, she cray-cray. Michelle? How great your love for her. Far greater than any you ever bore me. For a long time, I prayed for forgiveness. I prayed that you would take me in your arms and hold me as you did before. But I know that shall never come to pass. I will pray for your mother, that you might find peace in her halls. O Helone, receive us this woman, your humble servant. Raise her up to her bosom and grant her glory everlasting. Too bad they don't have an actual, you know, bloody lose your head kind of thing. Yeah. So what now? We go back to Ishgard. There's very little blood. It makes me kind of sad on this, but together. Yeah. As you wish. You got her hurt herself, yeah. Crab brave. I mean, it looks like the bird things are gonna be well fed tonight. Alright, I hope work goes well for you tomorrow, hon. And thank you for joining in. Why am I doing that? 'Cause I'm listening to that. So falls the house goes the all seems so simple in retrospective. The moment I stopped trying to find the answer, there it was. All that anger, all that rage, born of a fervent desire to protect that which we hold most dear. So you are still committed to your path, then? And you, if you will have me. You'll need to talk You'll need to talk to me more and listen. I can't stand the silence, you know. There's no shame in sharing the weight, Squall. We can bear it together, for ourselves and for others. Right then. That's the most you're getting out of him. Two of us will manage on our own, Ishnai. You sure? There may be others who know of Rochelle's heritage, but if they come, we will be ready. Granted, we could simply leave Ishgard, but that would leave the people at the mercy of the powers that be. I cannot do that now, and neither can Rochelle, I think. We all need a cause, Ishnai. What will be yours? For whom will you stand? My friends. And so you shall. To walk the path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Justice demands no less. But we must never lose sight of why we choose to walk it. Gods help me. Those moogles were onto something, weren't they? Don't say it too loud and don't let them hear you. Oorah! First time in a long time, I'm afraid to think of the future, and when I do, I find myself excited, perhaps? I didn't expect it'll be easy, but that's... Alright, I've got Sid. Well, Squall. I will be right back. Ba, 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 ba. Wrong, but first come over here. Nope, don't need it. Ah, Ishnai, fellow master of the dark arts. And yet, that is but one of the many faces you wear. I know, right? Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard. Yes, I do ride dragons, Kinky. A hero by any measure who stood against Nidhogg and on the steps of fate while others fled. A hero who walks in light and fights for great causes. A knight who walks in the darkness and fights for the forgotten. A contradiction, some might say. Rubbish, I say, but you tell me. Do you yet walk the path? So long as innocents suffer, I will not forsake the abyss. Thought not. Then let us speak as comrades. Ishgard has seen much change in recent days, and many proclaim it to be the dawning of a new era of peace and prosperity. An enlightened age. I mean, it's all according to how you ride the dragon in public to get away with it. An enlightened age, yet we both know the brighter the light, the deeper the shadows. As dark knights, we must maintain vigilance for injustice, and be ever ready to defend the weak and downtrodden, now more than ever. It has been a while since we patrolled the streets of our fair city, felt the cobbles beneath our boots, and so forth. A tour from the top might be in order. Why don't we start at the last vigil? If you ask me, it's an excuse to spend time together. I noticed, Rochelle. Should be glad if there's no call for us to draw our swords this day, but do not doubt there are still evil men in this city. In any event, we shall join you in the last vigil anon. Anon, non, 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 non. Non, 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 non. Destination. Ba ba ba. You look toward Tomp's manor, but you reflect over your time in Ishgard, the comrades whom you traveled and lost along the way. You seem distracted. Ah, right. You are a ward of House Tomps. Tomps. Once upon a time. In a galaxy far, far away. No, I suppose not. Damnedest thing, I swear I heard something in your backpack break. Oh, damn. Bloody hell, is that your soul crystal? What happened to the other half? I know I'm graceful, but damn, I didn't have to move to even break it. Forgive me, it seems I am the one responsible. I do not know you, boy. Name yourself. Mist, my lord. Are we collecting children? Just asking. I am no lord and you are no mist. I do not think don't think I wouldn't know a bastard of the broom by sight. I have a power which I can use to help those in need. Alas, this power requires a tremendous quantity of aether, though I thought to draw on natural sources nearby. When doing so, I stole a portion that contained within your crystal. Forgive me, please forgive me. I will return it to you, I promise, but I must first ask that you allow me to use a portion. Mist, was it? Who do you want to help? Anyone, everyone, look around you. It is not this world filled with sadness and despair. If I can free but a single person from their burdens. He means well enough. But why don't we help someone find... Well, help him find someone in need and give him the chance to use his power. Oh, bloody brilliant. Let's believe the mysterious boy with the mysterious power who mysteriously stole a portion of Ishnai's soul crystal. What could possibly... We're in the same boat! Well, it's your crystal, Ishnai. Either we deal with the boy here now or we go along with this plan. And since you're not reaching for your sword, I gather it's the latter? I mean, I do have, you know... certain appearances to uphold. Congratulations, boy. You get your wish. It's not like... We're not like to find any poor unfortunate souls here. So I suggest we head to the Foundation. And if we find no one suitable there, you are returned to what... You're to return what you stole at once. Understood? Yes, my lord. Thank you for placing your trust in me. That child is nearly as tall as I am. Ah, such is life. Both in game and in real life. Ah! Coffer, coin in the coffer, my lady. Until you pay what is owed, you get not more than from me and my boys. You'll have my assurances that the remaining funds will be delivered soon. Surely that's enough to convince you to resume work. I've got a score of clients clamoring for me services. Clients is willing to pay in advance. Full in advance. I'd be a fool to put you ahead of them. I understand that, but it's been an eternity since we first brokered this arrangement, and many of the clients whom you've come... have come to you but recently. I know this to be true. It's one thing to aid the sophisticated, milady, but you've got to understand me position here. Bloody politics is. No man lifts the chisel until we're paid in full. I'm sorry, but that's the way we've got to be. A blessed day to you. Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't notice you standing there. I have red hair. It's kind of hard not to be noticed in this snowscape. Oh, you may have overheard. I'm funding the restoration of the statue of Saint Valorant. As you may have guessed, it's not going well. On account of my insufficient funds and my family's growing infamy, my cousin was Sir Ignace of Heaven's Ward. Oh, I murdered him. I mean, I'm so sorry for his loss. For your loss. He served the Archbishop faithfully together with his sworn brothers, great godly men who were complicit in terrible crimes. If Sir Albert and his Warrior of Light are to believe. Well, I'm just gonna walk away now. Nicholas was distraught when he learned the statue had been destroyed by the Dravians. He took it upon himself to champion its restoration, but because of these tales, others are reluctant to get involved themselves. I do not care if Sir Albert speaks the truth. Ignace was my cousin, and a man of the Fury. I'll honor him by completing his legacy. Or so I once believed. Perhaps it is indeed beyond me. I think that there's more things to be fucking worried about in this time. You know, people are without homes that were destroyed. Any list of things is more important than a goddamn statue right now. You're gonna make me care about a goddamn statue, aren't you? You found someone, didn't you? I knew it. I knew he would. I mean, I'm quite sure if you accidentally, like, kick a stone, you'll run into somebody who's in bad fortune in this city currently. Yes, I can help her. Yes, yes, I will make it right. I have the power. Come, let's not keep this poor woman waiting. You're gonna pull money from what part of your ass? And if you're gonna be pulling it from your ass, I will not be watching. Is she the one you would have? I don't know why I picked her. It's because you can't. Is this child a friend of yours? The way he stares at me is somewhat. Do you wish to see your cousin again? Well, yes. I would love to see Ignace again, more than anything, but I know I will not. He walks in the halls of Halone's halls, I am certain. Think of him, think of his face and of his smile, of his laugh. Remember every moment you shared, every memory, and hold that image of him in your mind's eye. Then go to a quiet place you shared, where no one will come, and wait for me there. Creepy! Well, I don't understand what this is all about, but since you seem so earnest, I'll trust in you and do as you ask. There's a garden to the south of the tribunal, of which we are both fond. I pray you explain this to me when this is finished. You know, an entire city was literally the dude that I was talking to, the monk guy, said that the undead literally ate an entire city. Go with her. I'll go to Squall and Rochelle and bring them with me. Then you all will understand what I can do, and now you must help. That's a promise. Look, should we Lazarus this guy? Are we letting him have their final moments together at least, so that they have final talk? I'm fine with that part, but keeping him alive past that point. There's a lot of things of all the people I've known that have died that I've wanted to have final words with, but I mean... doing this. What's up there? I think that's every day, but what does mean accomplice? Ah, your friend has arrived. He has brought companions, I see. No, it cannot be! Oh, you. Ignace, is it really you? Oh, praise alone! You're alive! You're alive! My dear cousin, how it warms my heart to see you in good health. I pray you will forgive me for my lengthy absence. Don't be foolish. There's only joy to see you return. Come, we must go to your father and mother at once. How they will weep at the sight of you. I cannot. Better for them to mourn me as the son who gave his life in service to his archbishop and his home. I have heard that you have yet labored to see the statue of Saint Verant restored. Know that I am grateful beyond measure. I am undeserving of your praise, cousin. For all my efforts, the statue remains shattered ruin. But seeing you here, so full of light and life, fills me with renewed conviction. I will see it through, I swear to you. And if you have indeed done the things they say, then perhaps it will earn you a measure of forgiveness. I love you, cousin, now and ever after. Look after my parents and yourself. I don't know how you did it, but thank you for bringing him back to me. But you must know he's not safe here. Pray, you help him flee the city. She's right. Ishgard's no place for a man of Heaven's ward. We will sneak him out of the city, fewer the better. Meet us at Falcon's Nest after. We have much to discuss. I'll never forget this kindness. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't care if you're a child. If you bring back Horselpomp, I will stab you. And I say that in the kindest, most sincere way. Let me see real quick if... others are hiding around here real quick. No. For fear of being seen by the sentries, I bade the others go on ahead. We should hurry. The further they take Ignis from memory, from Millie, her weaker he will become, and I pray we are not too late. Swirling abyss. Fun. God damn it, I should have known. I don't understand what happened to him. He's a swirling abyss. What? Forgive me. Forgive me. I should have known the magic would not sustain itself much longer. What you see before you is Ignis. What remains of him. I can give the memories form. I can breathe them full of life and return them to their loved one. But as memory fades, so too does the magic. Aether, formless, free. That which I took to make Ignis and Millie whole. Draw your sword, reclaim what was lost, consume the abyss with the... Wait. Wait. In the depths of the abyss, a flint lingers. Soul Eater. By actually taking his real soul? Or the memories? Because that's kind of fucked up. It's finished. Good. I've had enough of this farce. Conjuring a simulacrum of a bloody night of the house wards in the middle of Ishgard? Fury take me, you're a fool! We're lucky to be alive! Your soul crystal restored then? Or not? We had an agreement, boy. You will return that which you stole. Forgive me, forgive me! I returned to you that which was used to give Ignis life, but for the remainder, 4 more times. It is within my power to do this 4 more times. 4 more times, and you shall be made whole. You have my word. For a boy with such incredible power, you are remarkably helpless. Not only did you rob Ishnai of her Aether, you imposed upon her to find your people in need. Do you want to do good? You want to be a hero? You want to help people? Then why weren't you better prepared? I will never be a hero. I only wanted to help. It is not death itself we fear, but the unfinished story, the promise of what could have been. It is enough to break a heart and a woman. The shattered pieces of a life that will never come together again. But if a glimpse of their loved ones grants them peace they deserve, then I must... It's your decision, Ishnai. You're the victim. Well, he's got my Aether right at the limit of my sight. Can you accompany me? That is a relief. We're not going anywhere, miss. Even Squall. He may look and act like a chocobo's arse, but he means well. Fine, fine. I'm only putting the fear of God in this little shite. But by means, go ahead and undermine my authority. Anyways, rather not freeze to death out here in the cold. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and discuss what to do next. And what is this little boy? Because he isn't human. As far as I can surmise. What memory... Whose memory are you that you weren't able to be fulfilled with? That's what I'm thinking he might be. I might be wrong on that, but... For the most part, I'm happy to go along with, Squall's act, but every now and then I have to remind him not to be so grim and dark. Just what I needed, another child to look after. Am I a Dark Knight or a nursemaid? Even I don't know anymore. The times are ever-changing. Perhaps we Dark Knights must change them. Long-held truths are becoming lies and villains heroes, though I should be glad if I never have to deal with another hero again. No offense, of course, but you are the exception that proves the rule. The righteous are all too uncompromising, and woe betide the man who offends their delicate sensibilities. If anything, I say you're too accommodating, but it is your aether and soul crystal at stake. 4 times he swears, but we shall hold him to it, together. In the meantime, you may as well go get some rest or other matters. These two can keep themselves company. Maybe I'll find somewhere to take a nap, or a tavern to have a drink. C3. I knew you would understand. How could you not? For the most part, I'm happy to go along. Okay. When he said that... Could you not? Are you one of my longings for things? How could you have not? I mean, it's obvious I am Warrior of Light and all this other stuff, blah, 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 so it's obvious that I would do it anyways, but I mean... To some degree, that how that's stated is more personal, like, yeah, you couldn't. Like, he knows me more. Is he part of the soul crystal, like a want of a soul crystal, my soul crystal somewhere along the way? To have a closure? I won't, like I said, I will be happy if Ciarfox shows up. Because I'll be sitting there standing there yelling at him saying, why wouldn't the game let me heal you as a fucking healer? You know, as you do. Alright, what was I gonna do? Oh right, I was gonna unlock the Reaper. All the way on the other side. Cool! I need to get back with doing the Manderville quest soon. There you are! You're the fighting sort, yes? And by the looks of it, one of no mean skill. My employer is desperate in need of a woman of your talents. You see, he's been bested by threats from an unsavory group of thugs known as the Lemures. Lemures. Their leader demands that my master part with some of his considerable wealth, or... Well, I'll just tell you they call her the Reaper, and leave the rest in your imagination. So I get to speak in all capitalized letters. We don't intend to acquiesce to these churlish demands without a fight, and a stout arm by our side would go far to ensure our survival. Your arm, perhaps. In case the opportunity to perform a good deed isn't enticing enough, please be reminded that my master possesses considerable wealth. If you're to aid us, come with haste to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, where we'll make our stand against these brutes. I mean, you're making assumptions that I'm not coming over here just to watch you have your ass handed to you, because I love seeing the rich have their asses handed to them. That's like... That is, very much... Ah, you've come. I knew you were every ilm the brave warrior I thought you to be. You don't recognize me? Okay. Poor sod. The hippie hair. Ah, you! I know why you're here. If you mean to lay a finger on my coin purse, you'll have to pry it from my cold, lifeless... Sure, okay. I don't care if you've mistaken me. Master Giulio, she's a friend. This adventurer agreed to help. We'll show the Reaper what her empty imitations are worth. Even though I'm wearing all red and stuff. I see. My apologies, madam. Tensions have been high as of late, as I'm sure you can understand. For reasons that elude me, these luminaires have made my life a waking nightmare. Sight unseen, they demanded I begin paying them for the luxury of my own life. Well, I mean, if they are Reapers, life is a luxury. Rumors abound of their origins. Some say they are the detritus of some barbaric nation. They flout our laws and threaten their betters with impunity. They are led by a dead-eyed killer who draws her scythe to the smallest slight, refusing their payments of coin, and she takes her share of your lifeblood instead. Rubbish, I say. Rubbish. The Reaper's not but a toothless bandit. You know, that could be the reason why she's after you. Interesting theory you have there, character. I don't know what accent I'm doing, because I don't know who... Are we bloodboarding this? You're the Reaper! Oh god, this is bloodborne looking thing. I am happy! I am happy! Oh, you're a perceptive one, aren't you? Suppose that's how you came to be in possession of so many shiny things. I'm not sure of how I can do the crow from Bloodborne very well. And what do we have here? Hiring more help while our ledgers remain unbalanced? You wouldn't be trying to wiggle your way out of paying us for a job well done, would you? You've hired these Lumineers before? My, how do you keep the lies straight? You didn't tell your hired muscle here what great friends we were. So great, in fact, you trusted none other than me and mine to put the scare into your competition? A job we were happy to do. You can't find your fortune in this fair city without stepping over a few bodies on the way, after all. But as flexible as our morals are, I'm afraid without the coin to bend them, we have only one risk course. Unless... Yes, I actually do have sexy legs. One does wonder how you find yourself with a bodyguard of such uncommon metal. Aye, not an ounce of fear in that gaze. And not a mote of puffered up arrogance, either. This last, my dear Jujul, is a genuine article. Well, I mean... To be fair, I have faced shit. She has what we mercenary trade call the killer instinct. I mean, I have killed a lot. How is this? For saving our long-standing friendship, I'll make it simple. Allow me to take this adventurer off your hands, and the debt is given. What? That's all? I believe that's what them in your trade call a bargain. I didn't realize I was on the table, but okay. As for you, adventurer, seems you've been made a free agent. I tend to be a free agent 90% of the time anyways, but if you're still inclined to put those instincts of yours to use, come visit our headquarters in Pearl Lane. The door's open. That is the oddest opening to a fucking class quest. I mean, the fact that she could look us down is... Be so certain that we'll actually show up there too. Please, You must do as the Reaper asks. If you don't, I fear she might return for her wages, and this time demand interest. Well, that went as well as you expected. At least I think it did. Payment, you say? Regretfully, it seems your contract has changed hands. I didn't sign any goddamn contract unless we're talking about, like, spoken contract, and then that still wasn't a contract because I didn't formally agree verbally. Boss told me you'd be coming along. Come in? Yep, death. I have chosen death. Boss, the guest of honor has arrived. Champion Eorzea appears before me. Deigns to appear before me. I have heard all about you. It's hard not to in this line of work. The stories paint you as a ferocity incarnate, a force of nature if you have survived. Peace, friend. I have no desire to put the killer to the proof personally. I don't have a death wish. You can call me Drusilla. I am a Reaper, one of many, and a leader of this little family here. As to why I invited you into our home, there's a job I'd like you to take care of for me. Depends on the job. It's the same way it doesn't work, because I also have the thief roll in thing. Oh no, don't you be worrying that virtuous heart of yours, eh? I literally am a thief. I am a part of the Thieves Guild. I mean, you probably don't know this fact, but it's just, I feel like saying it. Because there's no virtue. I wouldn't be asking you to do something as so much as to bend the law. This job is purely for the benefit of your fellow man. All you have to do is kill one for me. Though perhaps kill isn't the right word. Ain't the right word, seeing he's already dead. I mean, I've killed pretty much zombies too. You not be chasing after ghosts either. Well, I've killed sirens and ghosts, so I don't see why you're making this sound harder than it is. Just avoid— if it's a void scent, I've literally killed the queen! Just avoid sense, using some poor sap's body as a vessel to unleash a singular brand of wickedness upon the world. It won't be an easy task. The evil driving this monster is black as a void and near as deep. Countless souls have succumbed to its hunger. Worthy prey for one inclined to heroics, don't you think? You can't face it as you are, though. Storied as your strength may be. I'll need to train you in its techniques. Techniques that'll let you pierce the void and slaughter its kin. Keep talking. Oh, Garlean. You don't see many Garleans in Uda, do you? Let alone ones as savage as this. Save your startled gasp. I am not out of surprises yet. I didn't quite consider that a surprise. Still not surprised. Hold your hand out to the crystal here. If you're made of the stuff I think you are, you're in for a treat. Well, I do like murder. Friend? Friend? That's it. I knew you had what it takes. Is it friend? Is it friend? This be an avatar, a manifestation of your essence, and the Stygian power of the void scent on the other side. A void scent to which, if you choose, will bind to yourself. That sounds like a smart idea. Make a pact with the devil. Let's go! You'll gain skills unlike any you've ever known. Skills that have allowed people like me to operate in the shadow and kill those needing killing since time immemorial. So we're going into the dream. I'm... Bloodborne references! Bloodborne references! Do I get to name my void scent? And your first assignment, should you walk this path, is to use the power of one void sense against the other for the betterment of the realm. You'll be rewarded with the wisdom of countless generations of Garlean assassins. Oh, so I have ninjas and now I'm... I am... Oh, I didn't mean to. Yeah, if you're any concern to sanctity of your soul, then take your virtue and piss off. I did not... However, if none of these aforementioned objections, you don't mind walking the knife edge between life and death, I mean, that's my day, then you'll have the tools to see your justice done, and done right every time. This is a choice you must make, and soon. Every moment our quarry stalks the land is another opportunity for it to do harm. The thing is, I'm not Garlean, so does that affect anything? I know the game won't make it affect anything, but wouldn't you think that if it's kind of based around one race, whether the same techniques work across all of them? But I take it you come to a decision, am I right? There'll be no turning away once you've chosen, mind you. You'll dance with death and return as its envoy, or you won't return at all, so what'll it be? Not suffer this voice vent threaten this, and I will dance. Shall we dance? 1, 2, 3. Very good, then let us not wait. Take up this crystal and attest to both worlds that you walk as a reaper. Bind yourself to the void and claim the strength that the weak of heart shown. To the avatar at your side does the void send bring its power to bear, feeding upon the souls of the fiends you cut down in the return. Not a bad arrangement, eh? But I'm sure you tire of words. Here, the traditional weapon of our order. Let's see how it looks strapped on your back. Well, as soon as I try and strap it, I will become naked, most likely, but insufficient chest space. Really? Soul gates can be filled by execution of certain weapon skills for defeating. The fuck Grim Reaper is that? I mean, I like. Dash forward. Good step designs though. I'll probably regret this setup. Say, this is gonna be a bad idea. How do you find the way to the scythe in your hands? Pleasing, I hope. Now, now that we have a bit more in common, why am I going with this accent? I don't know. Sam, we better get acquainted. What's the name of our newest reaper? Well, if you know Asgardian, or do you not know my name? Ishnai. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. But is it? So is it with Eorzean name? I don't know, Drusilla! The only reason I know how to say your name right is because one of the sisters is Cinderella. Every one I knew, one more is forgotten. Yours can replace Gigi though. After a little conversation, I think he'll give us a wide berth. Any Rose, we've more worthwhile concerns than a shifty merchant. Namely, getting you conversed well and proper into the tricks of our trade, and best way to do that is through battle. One of the family is having trouble with a vexing fiend, and has sent word to ask for advice. His name is... He goes by the name of Arjans, and he's stationed over near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got a keen mind for trade, and can find a needle in a haystack if needles be. I best we hurry before he ends at the bottom of some monster's gullet. Hello, I'm here to make bad decisions! Boss, who's this? Are you sure you're getting outsider involved? Thanks for your concern, Urgis, but ain't needed. She has a personal contract with me, so consider her a mercenary in the service of the family. Whatever you say in front of me, you can say in front of her. By your will, boss. A chimera has been making the sands a living hell for anyone who dares wander into its territory, which be us, since our trade group cuts right through it. The men I've hired to carry goods are scarce to death, and I can blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent for you. We'll see what we can do, Agnes. Might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras aren't known for being most discriminating of beasts. Time to put your new skills to use, Ishnai. Ready, are we? No, but... let's go. Let's get with the hunt. We'll need to draw out the chimera with the meat. Now custom yourself to the Reaper's tool. Harvest the souls of the fallen can call forth your avatar. Filling your soul gauge. The soul gauge fills with combo starting slice, soul slice. Best Reapers fight in tandem with their avatars. Let's see how you do. Do I have any? goes backwards. Okay. That is the distance one, okay. Don't have enough for... Okay, we are... Okay, I'm gonna have to rearrange everything on this. I was not reading anything. I wasn't paying attention to anything. Give it from the sides, gallows from the rears. Okay. Okay, I was listening then. That was more like gallows one. Sorry, I'm concentrating. You know, something I rarely do. I don't think I did that very well, but probably not going to be a class I pick up soon. I was just getting the quest done for it. And when I wander back into this quest, I mean this... Maybe I should have waited until I decided that I was actually going to do it. To, you know, keep the memory of it up. Bloody impressive work at that. I knew there was something about you, but truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that chimera. I reckon even I might be hard-pressed to match such display. You know talent when you see it, boss. And with that, the ceruleum will flow once more. Among his many roles, Arginus is a merchant of sorts. He sells ceruleum at the price that would make those guild pinchers at the Ottoman sons walk, but still turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with the man, despite the occasional beast or two butting in our affairs. All thanks to you, boss, and our countrymen up north, of course. Here's to getting back to business as usual. I like that it has a snake earring there. Ceruleum ain't easy to come by, as you know. Well, no. Anima and Sons protects the monopoly with a gilded fist, but they have yet to force the Imperial stragglers up north to keep out of the market. Now, before you go running off to the flames, let me be assured that as an arrangement is entirely above board. Selling goods to the Imperials is forbidden by law, but nary a word about writs about spying from them. I know you Eorzeans like to call Garleans by all sorts of colourful names. Bastards, tyrants, invaders. Aye, we've got all those and worse. But while many a foul deed has been committed for the glory of the Empire, we ain't megalomaniacs to a man. Even among the purebloods, those that serve don't always do so by choice. Could have been argued we'd all be casualties of the great mechanist ambition. No small number of Eorzean's Empire's troops will have returned home in a heartbeat if they could. But the world's been what it is. Most settle for sending their family what few coins they can afford to part with. Most of the Eorzeans wouldn't suffer a wit of colour to complicate their black and white view. But if you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, long before the Empire, our forebears lived in the Locus Omnius in the southern Isabard. With temperatures, climes, and fertile earth the land provided, many of us were but simple farmers, harvesting abundant crops with the self-same scythes the reapers would eventually wield. But gifts are ever the objects of envy. When not tilling the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year they deal a few more ilms, and some 800 years ago now they were driven from the Locus almost completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there, they fought tooth and nail for scant resources of that frigid land. From the fires of hardship were the first megatech devices forged, and with innovation upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. But before that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic, but of hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, our mere survival was in question. From harsh necessities were the Reapers born. We turned our tools into weapons and struck bargains with the whispers in the dark. With the Void's power, we could strike at an enemy's beaten heart, slay their generals, and throw the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the one for the many, to keep avarice hands away from family, friends, and lovers. And now this power belongs to you. Oh, yeah. Remember our story. Remember what drives a woman to turn to the void. You'll not be led into deeper temptations. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. And then we'll continue on with the main quest, I think. Or I'm gonna run by and see if Foxy Lady is up at all. For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned your rights to know who this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. I mean, that was something I might have sort of asked before. You might have gathered this yourself, but the Lumières were formed to support those Garleans who are living in exile. Tain't easy for her to work far from home, let alone in a place where most would have sooner gut you than offer a helping hand. The only place to make a living is in the shadow corners that outlies the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but know this, I do expect you to apply yourself to this job. And I will not touch it until I need to. In the meantime, I'll be working with a family to ascertain the whereabouts of our prey. I expect that scythe will be like an extension of your body next we speak. That might be a bit... No NPC there. No little fox there. Flying, flying. Flying wolves. I know that it says that you'd find the two NPCs at those locations. That means that the Foxy Lady's out, but I just want to make sure by checking all the locations. Yep. Nope, nope. Okay. Like I said, gonna be spending a bit of money on running my world on this one.